Let me ask you something. What would happen if your next big business goal actually worked out exactly as planned? No derailments, no procrastination, no losing momentum halfway through. Sound too good to be true? Well, stick around because I'm about to share the framework I use to overcome obstacles and stay on track with my goals. And the best part, it works even when everything goes wrong. So whether you're struggling to maintain momentum in your business, feeling stuck with your current projects, or just need a reset, this episode is for you. You're listening to the Productive Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Tonia Kendrick, and I'm on a mission to help online business owners like you focus on the right things and take imperfect action. Every week, you'll get my best tips on everything from time management and content creation to planning effectively and managing mindset issues, all in an effort to help you become more productive. So let's jump into this episode. I'm so excited about today's topic because we've all been there. You know that moment when you set an amazing goal for your business, you're all fired up and ready to go, and then life happens. I remember sitting at my desk a few years ago, staring at my perfectly crafted 90-day plan, but feeling completely stuck. I had mapped out all these projects and goals for my business, but nothing was moving forward. My planned content wasn't getting created, my ideas weren't becoming reality, and my to-do list kept growing instead of shrinking. Sound familiar? But here's the thing. That moment led me to develop the framework I'm going to share today. These strategies can help you get unstuck so that you can move forward toward achieving your goals. Before we dive into the solutions, let's touch on the obstacles that often trip us up as solo business owners. First, there's the classic too many hats syndrome. You're the CEO, the content creator, tech support, the customer service team, all rolled into one. I totally get it. Then there's the isolation factor. Working from home means you don't have a team around you to bounce ideas off of, to get instant feedback, or for motivation. And add in the constant parade of distractions. Hello, laundry pile, I'm talking about you. And it's no wonder we sometimes struggle to stay on track. But here's what I've learned. Obstacles aren't roadblocks. They're opportunities for creating better systems. And that leads me to our first strategy, the power of small wins. You know what's crazy? We often set these massive goals. I want to 10x my business, but forget to create the stepping stones to get there. So let me share something that will reframe your approach to goal setting. And let me start with an example. When I was building my first online course, I kept getting stuck because I was trying to create this perfect, massive program all at once. This was back when signature courses were all the rage, and I thought that's what I was supposed to do. It was overwhelming, and I found myself procrastinating day after day. There's a concept you may have heard of called the minimum viable product, launching with just the essential features your customers need rather than waiting until everything is perfect because you can always add on later. And it hit me. If this works for products, why not apply it to my actions too? Instead of trying to do everything perfectly, what if I just did the minimum needed to move forward? That's how I developed the idea of minimum viable actions, the smallest steps that still create progress. Here's how it works. Take your big goal and break it down into the smallest possible actions. Create daily non-negotiables. These are the tiny steps you must complete. And track and celebrate these small wins. For example, instead of focusing on the big picture of creating an online course, my daily non-negotiable became something like write one module outline, or record one lesson. Baby steps. These small actions compound quickly, and before you know it, you're making real progress. Strategy 2, build systems instead of relying on willpower. There's a saying that willpower is like a muscle that gets tired, and I do think this is true. When you try to manage everything in your business through sheer determination, it doesn't work, and honestly, that's how you end up burned out. Instead, create systems that make success almost inevitable. Here's what this looks like in practice. First, set up your environment for success. For me, this means keeping all my projects and tasks in Asana so that I don't ever have to worry about forgetting something. Using time blocking to plan out my day, and I'll drop a link to episode 18 in the show notes. It's all about time blocking. Create templates for recurring tasks, and setting up automations as much as possible. One of my favorite systems is my weekly review and planning session. Every Sunday, I review the past week and update my progress toward my monthly plan. Then I identify the most important tasks for the week ahead. These aren't just random tasks. They're the ones that are aligned with my monthly plan and my 90-day plan, which means they'll actually move my business forward. Then I block them into my time blocking schedule. And if you want to know about how to craft an effective 90-day action plan, check out episode 25. I'll drop a link in the show notes. Strategy number 3, the reset protocol. Now here's where it gets interesting. What happens when things go wrong? Because they will. The difference between successful business owners and those who struggle isn't that successful ones never face setbacks, it's how they handle them. I developed what I called the reset protocol after a particularly challenging launch where nothing seemed to go as planned. Instead of giving up, I created this 3-step process. First, there's the 24-hour rule. Allow yourself 24 hours to feel frustrated or disappointed. After that, it's time to get back on track. No dwelling on what went wrong, no spiral of negative thinking. Then the analysis phase. Look at what happened objectively. Identify the lesson or opportunity and document what you've learned. And 3, pivot and progress. Make necessary adjustments to your plan, take one immediate action step, and reset your focus on the next milestone. This protocol is all about picking yourself up, dusting yourself off, and then moving forward. So how do you put all of this into action? Here's your step-by-step plan. 1 is a clarity check. Review your current goals. Are they actually your goals, or are you chasing someone else's definition of success? Write them down in clear, specific terms. Step 2 is system setup. Choose one area of your business to systematize. It should be something related to a current goal. And check out episode 22 if you need help with creating systems. Create a simple template or checklist for that area that you're going to systematize. And test it for a week before adding anything else. Step 3 is progress tracking. Set up a simple tracking system. I use a spreadsheet for quantitative tracking, and I record my thoughts in my journal so that I have qualitative information as well. Schedule weekly review times. Like I said, I do mine on Sundays. And celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Okay, friends, I know how easy it is to listen to a podcast and then just move on. So don't let this be just another episode you listen to and forget. Here's what I want you to do right now. 1, write down one goal you're currently struggling with. If you're on the go, like maybe listening to this while you walk, record a voice note on your phone. 2, break that goal into 3 small actions you can take this week. And 3, schedule those actions in your project management tool or calendar. Do it right now. Remember, obstacles aren't stopping points. They're actually starting points for better systems and stronger strategies. So keep showing up, stay focused on those small wins, and trust in your systems. That's all for today's episode. I'll be back tomorrow with 27 productivity hacks to get more stuff done. Until then, keep taking action on those goals. And before you go, if you like what you hear on the Productive Entrepreneur podcast, then come check out the Organized Business Toolbox. It's my monthly membership for solo entrepreneurs who want to feel in control and take imperfect action to move their businesses forward. When you join, you'll get instant access to the Training and Resource Vault, and a new toolbox or course drops every month. Plus, we have monthly Voxer office hours where you can privately ask me questions and get my direct feedback. If that sounds like something you need, the link is in the show notes, or visit ToniaKendrick.com, and I'll see you on the inside.